Here it is, people. Your boys in Bring Me the Horizon, or as I should say, Bring Me the Horizon, they are back with their new song, Lost. And you can tell that they are authentic Gen Z kids because they use the toggle case. That's how you can tell. That's how you know they're cool. You can also tell that they are about to drop a metalcore banger because it's got a title card at the beginning. Or are they? We don't know, because here's the thing. Here is the thing about Bring Me the Horizon is they can do pretty much anything at this point. As you probably know, they started out doing deathcore. I'll just play it for you. For anybody who may not know, Bring the Horizon started out doing this. And also, I'd like to thank Factor for sponsoring this video. They make nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered straight to your door, and I think they're great. If you're too busy to cook but you want to eat healthy, Factor is a great way to go so you can spend less time in the kitchen, get outside, and enjoy this amazing weather. And if you eat out a lot, Factor is also a great way to save money. I don't know if you have noticed how expensive restaurants are these days. Honestly, I think they're a complete ripoff. Factor is way cheaper than takeout, or even worse, delivery, which as far as I'm concerned is just like burning money. And Factor meals are ready in just 2 minutes. They have Calorie Smart, which averages around 550 calories per serving. They have Protein Plus, which is over 30 grams of protein per serving. They've got vegan and veggie. There's a total of 34 chef-prepared, dietitian-approved choices every single week. Personally, I work a lot and I just really do not enjoy cooking at all. So I love that I don't have to think about what I'm gonna eat for lunch. I can just go downstairs, get a Factor meal out of the fridge, heat it up, and I know that it's gonna taste good and I'm gonna hit my macro goals. So if you wanna check out Factor, and honestly, I think you should, just head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code FIN40 to get 40% off your first Factor box. Bring the Horizon started out doing this back in 2006, I think. I think this shit is great. I think it's super catchy. I think this is awesome. I love this shit. People love this shit now, but back in the day, you were called the F word for listening to this. It's true. It's true. There was nothing more F word in the eyes of the scene than Bring Me the Horizon back then. Back when they were like a MySpace hype band, it was absolutely forbidden to like Bring Me the Horizon, because you know who liked Bring Me the Horizon back then? Girls. And there's nothing worse than girls. Oh, God, I hate girls so much. Oh, nothing I hate more than anything girls like. And then, as you probably know, they evolved. 2013, they kind of became the Bring Me the Horizon that we know now with Shadow Moses. Which I would say, this is still basically the template for, I don't know, 90% of modern metalcore is still chasing this. This is 10 years old, and people are still chasing this. This could be released today and be called fresh. It's true. It's true. Bring Me the Horizon is a band I literally grew up on and listening to this and their sound now, and each album is absolutely crazy, good, and amazing. No band of this cohort can come close to them. It's true. They have consistently been one step ahead of everybody else. Fuck. I like this part where he goes, fuck. One of the best breakdown callouts of all time. I think my favorite thing they've ever done is Amo, which was their pop album from 2018. I know this is a controversial opinion. This was the album people really, really, really hated. Because Bring Me the Horizon, what they do, they come out with something, people hate it, and then it takes the masses, 2 years or so to catch up with whatever they're doing. And then by the time the masses have caught up with them, they have moved on and they do something else. And then the fans hate that, rinse and repeat. This is what happens every single time they do anything. Comes out and people are like, this sucks, it's gay, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 years later, everyone is chasing what they were doing 2 years ago. This is the album that I feel like people still don't like this song that much or this album that much. I think it's great. This is where they went just full pop. I love this song. This is Sugar, Honey, Ice, and Tea from Amo. Translation, S-H-I-T. I think this is great. Cool video, too. I think this album was great. This was the start of Fantano's approval. Oh, I didn't know that he liked this. There's also a song in here that I really like. There's a song on this album called Heavy Metal, which is great, which is about basically exactly what I described of everyone, turning on them. The chorus here from the song Heavy Metal: and I keep picking petals, I'm afraid you don't love me anymore, because a kid on the gram in a black metal tank said it ain't heavy metal. So that's basically, him just being like, well, if you hate us, then you hate us, deal with it. And since then, they've pretty much just changed their style with every release. They did that whole album, I forget the name, it's really long. They did a whole album of like ambient music, and then they came back with Post-Human Survival, which is metalcore again, and people loved that. And they did a song with Ed Sheeran. I mean, they can really just do anything. Like, legitimately, I wouldn't be shocked if they put out a ska song. They can do anything, which is really, to me, that's like the ultimate goal for any band, is to be post-genre and post-style, to the point where you can do anything you want and their fans will go for it. So I have not listened to this yet, and I honestly have no idea what to expect, because again, they could do a song that's half black metal and half ska. For real, they could do a black metal ska song and it would be good. Who else can say that? It would be good. So let's check it out. This is Lost by Bring the Horizon. Okay. Sounds poppy so far.
No, he's alive.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ollie's alive. Ooh. This is like the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 5 when they're in the hospital and you have to like crawl down the hallway. You can see up Snake's gown and you can see his balls. I mean, I think we've all been wanting to see Ollie's balls for a long time, so hopefully we get some of that. I just want to see Ollie crawling slowly down the hallway so we can look up his hospital gown. That's all I want. We'll finally find out if he's circumcised. It's true. Okay. Sounds like Yellow Card now. Okay. Ketamine. Sounds very 2008, doesn't it? This is good. I like it a lot. Okay. Again, this is a band that can do anything. They've never done anything like this in their whole career. This is like a 2008, Paramore type song or something. They've never done anything like this in their career, and it totally works, right? This is what I'm saying. They're like one of the few bands that's truly post-genre that can basically do anything they want in any style, and it's fucking great. Cool lyrics. Something about like, what the hell is wrong with me? This medicine doesn't do anything, whatever. It's kind of played out to write pop punk songs about mental health, right? I mean, everyone does it. But, Ollie has struggled publicly with so much of this stuff with like addiction, with ketamine. We're addicted to ketamine. He's struggled with this so publicly, and like, obviously he's a weird dude. There's an element of sincerity to there that it works to me. Ooh, hey, there's my kind of game. Therapy. I used to go to therapy. This is great. Do you think music can glorify mental illness? I absolutely think that, yes. Music 100% can glorify mental health and addiction. No question about that. And violence, all these things. They definitely can, but it's a double-edged sword because, on the one hand, when you talk about things like addiction or gang violence, on the one hand, people are going to identify with that, and that is going to help some people because you'll see that someone else is struggling with the same thing as you are, and that might give you a little bit of strength to get through it, right? But then on the other hand, there's also people who are kind of like, well, if he's taking Xans, I guess I'll try it too, because that sounds kind of cool. I want to be cool like Peep and whoever else, and then you end up, as an addict. So how do you find the right balance of creating relatable lyrics without glorifying it? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that there's any particular rule book, but I do think that this song, to me, there's nothing about this that glorifies it to me. This is an example of a song that just feels relatable. I feel like a lot of the emo rap stuff kind of glorified it. And as much as I love that stuff, I do think sometimes it would cross the line into glorifying it. This doesn't feel like that to me. Yeah, I agree with that. It's doing the opposite by directly saying the drugs don't work. Well, I think what he's saying, he's talking about something that is called like treatment-resistant depression, something along those lines, which is, you know, one of my best friends is like this. He's gone to therapy for decades. He's taken every antidepressant under the sun, and, you know, he's still fucking depressed. He still struggles a lot, and it's not his fault. Some people, it's a brain chemistry thing at the end of the day. Some people, you do everything right, and it just won't go away, and it's frustrating as fuck. Fortunately, I'm not on antidepressants anymore, but I was for like 7 years. It's frustrating as hell, man, and there's a lot of people out there who are dealing with that. So to me, that's what this song is about, is just like, I'm doing everything I can, but I still feel like shit. What the fuck is wrong with me? You know, fighting against your own brain is fucking exhausting, and I have these days sometimes where I'm like, I wonder what it would be like to be normal. You know, you see like normal people at Target or the grocery store or something like that, and you just watch them going about their day, and you're like, that person like just goes throughout the day without having to like think about this shit all day every day, you know? And I'm really envious of those people, because I sure wish that I didn't have to go through every day sort of fighting against my own brain. It sucks, and I think that's what this song is about. This part's cool, kind of hyper poppy. Ooh, ooh. Okay, got ourselves a little like hyper pop emo breakdown here. This is cool. I feel like, again, this is one of these things, Bring Me the Horizon puts together all these sounds in a way that you're like, yeah, why didn't anybody do this a long time ago? But it just works. It feels like someone should have done this a long time ago, but they didn't. This is awesome. I love this. I wish I could be normal. There is nothing cool about being a broken, marginal white kid. Tell me about it, man. Literally, all I have ever wanted my whole life is to be normal. That's all I ever wanted, which is, I joke about that stuff, but I'm not joking. Like, all I have ever wanted is to be, you know, a normie that just does normie things and goes about living their normie life without having to, like, think about everything. It's exhausting. You know, it's exhausting to have to think about everything all the time. Do you know what I mean? It feels like everything's 3 times harder than it should be. It's got kind of a Black Parade kind of vibe, doesn't it? Or I'm Not Okay, kind of an MCR vibe. This is fucking great. I love this. Okay, there it is. I think this is awesome. Once again, Bring the Horizon does not miss. Legitimately, this is one of the best songs they've ever done, I think. I love this. I mean, obviously, I'm a sucker for pop punk. You know, I love all the 2000s MySpace emo and stuff. I feel like they combined that with metalcore and hyperpop and some really authentic lyrics that obviously I can relate to quite a bit. I think it's a fucking hit. I love this. Just more proof. Remember, guys, this band has been around for 20 years. 20 years. Think about that, people. 20 years in their career, and they are still great. I would say better than ever. Still doing new things. I'm like in awe of the fact that Bring the Horizon exists, because for a band to be this versatile and this experimental 20 years into their career and still be popular is amazing. Like it's actually like I was talking to Chris from Suicide Silence about this. We're like, how is that possible? How is it possible for a band to be experimental and getting more popular with every album? Like that's just nobody. You can't do that. That's not allowed. It's not allowed, people. The only criticism I have is I was hoping they would get one of the Metal Gear Solid 5 scenes of Ollie army crawling down the hallway in a hospital gown so we could look up the back and see his balls. We didn't get Ollie's balls, but we got the next best thing. So there it is, people. Lost by Bring Me the Horizon. I like it. I'm a fan.